Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a social media graphic with Adobe Spark. So once you're logged in, we're going to go right here to create a project. And I would scroll down and click on View All, and that's going to pull up a whole bank of templates that are available to you in Adobe Spark. Now, I prefer to use Social Graphic, really because you're going to get a variety of template options, sizes, shapes, that you can play with and adapt to what you're interested in. On the right, you're going to see a variety of template options. And as I'm scrolling through, I'm really keeping the text in mind. I want to find something that is going to match the same mood that I saw as I was reading Paper Town. So I'm looking for something that's a little bit darker. I kind of like this one right here with the New York City subway. So I'm going to pull this one and it's going to create an editable document for me. Okay, so once I'm here, the first thing I need to do is edit the text. I'm just going to click on this text box and then the pencil so that I can modify the text to fit my project. One of the things that I noticed is when I click done, my text box has two different colors in it. And I was a little confused at first about why some of the words were white and some of them were orange. So I can go over to the far right and click on secondary. And once I do that, it's going to pull up, it's going to add these little white half circles. And that's how you know that you're in that color selection option. And you can click on the individual letters or the words, or you can sort of drag and drop that little white circle in order to change the colors. You can also go to the far right and click on color to adjust it. So I don't really like that orange. I really wanted more of a cool color, like a light kind of icy blue, and that's how I was able to change the orange to a blue. Okay, so my next step is going to be grabbing the passage from Paper Towns that I wanted to use for my project. My assignment was to think about and to write about how this chapter contributes to the plot of the novel and how it moves the rest of the story forward. And I really focused in on this part at the end where Quentin is thinking about and looking at Margot standing outside his window. So I'm going to copy and paste this from my Google Doc. And then when I go back to Adobe Spark, I'm going to click on that larger text box at the bottom. And I'm going to go in and paste that into Adobe Spark. I also want to add my quotation marks, and I'm going to hit done. I don't need these little dots at the bottom anymore, so I'm just going to delete those. And I also don't need this, I don't need this text box anymore either, and I can kind of position my quote from Paper Towns how I like it. Now, I'm also running into that same issue, remember where we talked about this earlier, some of my words are orange and some of my words are white, and I kind of like it as far as making this an effect that emphasizes some of the words in my passage. So I'm going to go in and just click on some of those pieces. I can also, remember, drag and drop that white half circle. And then I'm also going to change it to that nice icy blue that I found earlier because I'm really thinking more about cool colors in my project. The last thing I need to adjust is the image. I don't really want that subway image. That doesn't really go with the passage that I picked. So I'm going to click on it and then click replace. And I just searched for the word window and it comes up with a lot of different options. I kind of like this one, but I don't think the backdrop is nice. I like this one because of that single figure, and I think that echoes that theme of isolation that I was looking at. I don't know about what's outside the window, so I'm going to take a look at some other options that are here. I sort of like this one with that blurry image out of the window, but I'm not quite sure that that really fits what I'm trying to say. So this one's quite nice too. I think this is a really good one. It's got that single figure that's isolated. just like Quentin is feeling in that part of the text. All right, so I'm all done. I'm just going to download my assignment, and then I'm going to upload it to my Google Drive. I'm going to rename that file just so that it's a lot easier for me to find later on. And then I'm going to go ahead and open my image, and you're going to see that little add comment button in the top right corner. Go ahead and click on that. It doesn't really matter what area you highlight, so you can pick whatever works for you. And then here is where you're going to add your explanation for your teacher. And remember, we were supposed to explain how this chapter contributes to the plot of the novel and how it moves the story forward. So that's what I'm going to do here in my comment. Okay, that's it. I'm all done and ready to turn this into my teacher.